Hey guys, welcome to the Save Continue podcast, E3 podcast.
Yeah, no regular show this week.
Yeah. So I'm a little late. I just watched the Sony conference a couple of hours ago. I gotta say, I saw some things in there that made me feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think the worst part of the conference was transitioning venues.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, the games that we saw there, I'm very much into. We got to see more of The Last of Us 2.
Gameplay looked good.
Gameplay looked real good. Also feel like after watching that trailer, that game's probably gonna make me cry a little bit.
Sure. Sure.
There seemed to be like a, you know what it reminded me of? I was watching it and I was like, you know what, this is like The Last of Us Conviction. With the way that the stealth gameplay was, like it was stealthy, but it was fast at the same time. And it just seemed like it flowed really good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Also, we got to see Ghost of Tsushima. That's hard to say. I liked that a lot. That was the first time I'd actually seen. I like that. That was the first time I'd actually seen that game in action, and
That's the first time they showed it.
and that was striking.
Yeah.
That game looks visually gorgeous.
What I want to know about that game in particular is like it's Sucker Punch, right? So Sucker Punch went from making Sly Cooper, which are very linear games. There was an open world Sly Cooper, but that was Sumo Digital.
Right.
I think that was Sumo.
Maybe.
Fuck, now I'm questioning myself. Either way, the one that they didn't make.
Right.
To Infamous, which are all open world games, and with Ghost of Tsushima, it's very difficult to tell if that's a linear game or not.
It is, right? Because it seemed like the game starts, or the demo started with like a really wide open area, right?
Right.
But he's proceeding along a very linear path.
And to be clear, I hope it is linear.
Yeah. The combat that we got to see at the very beginning of the demo, it looked pretty good.
Oh yeah, you had like a couple of one strike kills that were pretty sweet.
Yeah, if you didn't see it, there was a part where the Ghost of Tsushima is facing off against 3 Mongolian dudes, and one of them charges at him, and he just like draws his sword and kills him.
Yeah.
And it looked really
Well, even
cool.
the guy with the shield, like there was a parry and then one strike, and that was it.
Yeah, it was really neat. And then at the end of the demo, there was it looked to be a duel between whom I'm assuming was his friend.
Sure.
And just I texted you about it, like the leaves and like the fire in the background, like all that it looked beautiful. So.
Well, it's neat because like you hear the alarm,
Yeah.
and then like you see like flaming arrows land, and that's what's starting the fire.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was really into that. What else did we see?
Resident Evil 2,
Oh man.
which I think a lot of people were expecting, but not in the way that we got it.
Yeah. And to actually see it,
Did you watch the second trailer for it?
I didn't.
They released 2 trailers for it. The second one shows more gameplay.
Cool.
I do think it's the superior of the 2 trailers.
Right.
I do like the new look of Leon and Claire and all that.
Yeah.
You see like Ada's silhouette
Yeah.
very briefly. You see like liquors and like familiar things,
Yeah.
but with a new coat of paint. I like the way they look. Like Chris in 7, I thought looked kind of weird.
Yeah.
But now seeing Leon and Claire and all of them, the look that they're going for seems to match 7 a bit more,
Right.
and I like it. And I do think like the reason it took so long because they announced this years ago at this point, and it just went silent. We heard nothing about it since then.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people were worried about it, and I think like the only reason it took so long is because it looks as good as it does.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. Like I said before, like it feels really awesome being excited about Resident Evil 2 again, 20 years later.
Yeah.
That's just a really good feeling. We got to see Spider-Man. A lot of combat gameplay. in that.
Yeah,
demo.
and I think that's the one people were least curious about, right? Like we
Yeah.
know the most about that game,
Yeah.
and that's coming out the soonest of all of these games. Combat still looks good.
Yeah. It was fun to watch.
We got to see some more villains,
Yeah.
which was cool.
We saw Rhino, Electro, Vulture.
See, so we saw 5 guys, right? What I'm thinking is, he looks up at the end and says like, "It's you" or something like that, right?
It's Uncle Ben.
I think it's Doc Ock. I think it's Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that game's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on it. There was then we saw Death Stranding, and I was just like, my response to that was, okay, like because even with what they showed, like granted what they showed was more of that game than I was accustomed to seeing, but at the same time I was still like, what am I looking at? Like, what is this?
I think like you can get this is the one that reveals the most to us of the trailers we've seen. Let's not forget the first trailer we saw was before they even picked an engine.
Yeah.
So they've been working on this game for literally less than 3 years.
Yeah.
But like, we actually saw gameplay. Of course, according to Kojima, like Kojima's like, you guys have all been playing the game already. You know, he's said that multiple times. And the last trailer they showed with the underwater sequence, he said that's gameplay.
Right.
But who knows what he actually means by that? He's a weird dude.
Yeah.
But like, we know we play as several different characters now because they showed gameplay for at least 3 different characters.
Right.
He says he's a delivery man or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of that. We see a lot of people going from point A to point B without a lot of combat going on,
right,
with huge weird packages on them.
Yeah. One of them being a dead body.
Yeah, he says he can't see them, but he can sense them,
right,
which like that indicates certain things.
Yeah.
The lady calls him, I think, Sam Porter Bridges, which like still really weird, but like he's had Porter on his sleeve since the last trailer. So we're like, is that the company he works for, or is that his name?
Yeah.
That's his name. When we see the door under the water in the second or third trailer, it says something about like bridges on there, and like, so like, yeah, you can piece together certain things. I do think it looks badass though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll see more of that in the future. But what they between each trailer or demo, they interspersed it with like with stuff made in dreams.
Yeah, tiny little bit of dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them were clever and funny. And then there's some VR game that Justin Roiland is making, and
I forget the name of it.
I forgot.
But well, that's not just VR, but you can play in VR.
Okay.
It's a platformer. But there's another one. They showed Remedy's new game.
Yeah, Control.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like seeing that, the little bit of it that we saw, I was like, is this Quantum Break 2?
That's what it looked like, right?
Look, it looked very like hints of
We've got powers
of
some
Quantum
sort.
Break. Like it looked more like an Infamous game than Quantum Break.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's in the same universe because Quantum Break already confirmed that their 3 previous franchises are in the same universe.
Right.
But anything Remedy, I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we see anything else? I feel like I'm missing something.
There's other things for sure, but nothing of consequence.
Yeah. So overall, what did you think of it?
I thought it was great. The only thing I didn't like is like, so we knew the 4 major games we were going to see,
Right.
and I don't think that was a bad idea because they didn't show anything else that was first party.
I mean,
you
they showed Kingdom Hearts, which
right, which was a significantly different trailer than what we'd seen the previous day, which is good because the Square trailer and the Microsoft trailer were very, very similar.
Right.
They also said you can get them all in one place, so I don't know if that means they're going to put out a collection of 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, and 3.
Right.
But and they showed the special edition PlayStation 4 Pro for that game. But yeah, I thought it was good except for the transitioning of venues.
Yeah.
Like, why do that? You know.
Yeah.
But like at this point, they have all their cards on the table. Like those 4 games. Oh, they're not all first party. Kojima's not first party. You know, I do think that will be a PlayStation exclusive game because they're using the Decima engine.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I was entertained by it.
It was what I expected.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, it was fun to see. They showed games that I was already excited about, but then they gave me more reasons to be excited about those games, and and that was really cool. Like with The Last of Us 2, like I was already looking forward to that game, and to actually see that game in motion, really has me hyped up for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Oh, one thing that when I was watching Resident Evil, I thought about how in the original release of that game, after you beat the game with one character, there was like a Route B playthrough that you could do with the other character, and I wonder if they're
Leon A, Leon B.
I wonder if they're gonna do that.
I don't know, but like I assume they're gonna let you play through as Leon or Claire.
Right.
Either that, or you'll switch perspectives like you do in like the Revelations games.
Right.
But like I wonder if you'll get the other playthroughs that aren't Leon or Claire. You know, that would be cool. Hunk and all that. You know.
Yeah. So yeah. A lot to look forward to.
And it's so soon, January.
Yeah, a lot of that like I kept seeing January 2019. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that is not far away. So
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep. So that's it for Sony. We'll be back to talk about other things. Bye-bye.
Bye.